Welcome back to Desert Financial Arena. I'm Chaz Messman alongside Mac Friday. The Sun Devils got off to a little bit of a slow start. However, in the second part of that first half, they took a lead, and now it is up to 19, 43-24 here at halftime. And Mac, if you're coach Kevin Baggett of the Rider Broncs, how do you get back in this basketball game?
It starts with he's the highlight of this team.
He's the Energizer Bunny, if you will.
For sure.
At times can be a little bit wild, but when he's on, he's on. And here is Remy Martin. Gives it over to Valtonen. Valtonen to House. House corner three is good. And he's got 15 points on the night. As the Broncs try and move the ball up the floor. Little bit of a bobble there, stolen by Jalen House. Jalen House, back-to-back buckets. 17 points on the night for the true freshman.
His biggest performance as a Sun Devil. There he goes.
Here's
Rob
Stevie
Edwards.
Jordan, spins, double teamed. Turnover there, Remy Martin up to Jalen House. Jalen House in transition. And the Sun Devils extend their lead once again as we go to the timeout. 53-29 here with 15 minutes and 37 seconds remaining in the second half of play.
The freshman House making it start to the second half.
Yep, it's going to be Vaughn on the inbound pass. Sun Devils showing the full court press once again. That is something that the Broncs have really struggled with so far today.
Sun Devils rocking.
Martin, beautiful move inside, and he's got his 13th point of the game. Remy Martin heating up for the Sun Devils. Martin drives, fakes the pass outside. Here's Verge, corner three, no good. Rebounded by the Broncs as Christian Ings carries it up the floor. Ings drives to the basket and gets it to go. Good start here for Christian Ings.
Good defense there from the Sun Devils.
Here's a three attempt for Frederick Scott. No good. Again, they're struggling on the threes as Jalen House gets the rebound. House carries it up the floor. Kamani Lawrence. Beautiful fake three-point attempt, but no good on the layup. Tried to go. Martin, House, Edwards, White, and Valtonen on the floor for the Sun Devils. Here's House to Martin. Martin, fake pass. Inside jumper off the front of the rim. Rebounded by Willie Nunez Jr. Still yet to record a bucket for the Broncs. Stevie Jordan into Marshall. Marshall shot no good. Rebound Edwards.
As you can see, Kevin Baggett's starting to throw it off the opponent's
legs.
Here's
Alan Powell. Still yet to make a basket in his collegiate career. Working against Rob Edwards. Gives it over to Demisio Vaughn. Working against Tayshawn Cherry, the talented sophomore. Vaughn's three-point attempt off the backboard. Put back in by Stevie Jordan. Stevie Jordan's got 5 points now on the night. Elbow, rather. Stolen there by Alonzo Verge. Another turnover. Turned into points by the Sun Devils.
And one.
And an and one foul. The Broncs really losing their composure right now as the lead moves to 26 from the Sun Devils. Timeout on the floor. We'll be right back to Tempe as the Sun Devils lead 70-44, 7 minutes and 16 remaining in the ballgame. Welcome back to the newly renamed Desert Financial Arena here in Tempe, Arizona, on the campus of Arizona State University. The Sun Devils have a 70-44 lead against the Rider Broncs. One guy that's been really good today and you wanted to mention was Alonzo Verge. He's going to be shooting free throws after a beautiful little steal and one. He currently is shooting. Here's Christian Ings as he gives it to Stevie Jordan, working up against the right side. Double teamed on that, finds Christian Ings. Ings, spin move inside, blocked by Romello White. Back out to Nunez Jr. and his three-point attempt, again, no good. As Verge gets the rebound and carries it up the floor. Stevie Jordan inside, loses the ball, Tayshawn Cherry, 3 versus 0. Here's Remy Martin, and his layup is good, and he's got 20 points on the night.
Had to nurse that one in. It didn't want to go in.
Exactly. Here's Jalen House again from three-point range, and he's got it. He's got 20 on the night.
Move over, Remy Martin. Jalen House wants to be the top scorer in this game. Both have 20, combining for 40.
40 points out of the 78 for the Sun Devils coming from their backcourt. Jalen House, 20 points coming off the bench, and he's really starting to emerge as an impact player for the Sun Devils.
He had 14 against Central Connecticut State. But lots of stuff from him tonight. His best game of his college career thus far.
Absolutely, and Coach Bobby Hurley's playing him early. He's played a majority of this game. He's been playing 24 minutes on average over the first 2 games of the season. So definitely not afraid to give the young players a go. We saw Luguntz Dort be the leading scorer a year ago. Now he's moved on to the NBA with the Oklahoma City Thunder, as we are set to come back to play after the quick timeout. 5 minutes and 28 seconds remaining. Stevie Jordan, Christian Ings, Alan Powell,
Ajiri Agamunyo
Jr., and a new player's checked in as well. That is Khalil Turner.
First minutes of the game thus far.
Alonzo Verge Edwards, Tayson Cherry, and Christopher in for the Sun Devils as Christian Ings carries the ball over half court. Here's Alan Powell, still yet to record a bucket in his collegiate career. Loses possession there to Caleb Christopher. 2v1 opportunity as Christopher goes to the rim. No good. Rob Edwards gets the rebound. Gives it back to Verge. Verge goes in. Jump shot is good. The Sun Devils have put 80 up on the board. Very, very good offensive game for Arizona State. Back-to-back weeks putting up plus 80.
Guard you, Arizona State making a difference here.
Oh, beautiful. Edwards slow to get up, hobbling a bit. Here's Stevie Jordan. Alan Powell again from three-point range, and again no good. Agamunyo Jr.'s shot blocked. Again his shot is blocked by Tayson Cherry. However, they're going to call a foul on that one. Cherry not happy with it as the curtain of distraction comes out again. Looks like they're going to do some sea creature type thing.
Just want to point out that the curtain of distraction is 3 for 6 on.
They are 3 of 20 on the day from three-point range. That is just not acceptable, and you're not going to beat a team from the Pac-12 like Arizona State. As we are going to take a little break as the timeout comes in, the Sun Devils lead it 82-49.
Both from Phoenix.
Here's Caleb Christopher into the mention. Graham, and he's got another one. That's 4 points on the night for the freshman from Arizona. Here's Christian Ings working against another freshman, Caleb Christopher. Lots of freshmen on the floor from both teams right now as Thomas steals the ball, carries it up the floor, 3v3 opportunity, and Turner just lays a hatchet down on Thomas, and he is going to shoot free throws. A little bit of violence there on the floor.
Really hard to foul there from Khalil Turner.
Micah Burno from the local Chaparral High School. And here's Fogarty getting his first action of the night. The senior guard gives it over to Kyle Fight. Olmstead back to Fogarty. Fogarty back to Fight. 12 seconds remain on the shot clock. Fight inside Olmstead. Beautiful little pass there as Fight gets an open shot from three-point range. No good. Put back from Olmstead. No good. And Christian Ings gets possession for the Bronx.
Regardless of the outcome, that was a pretty little play.
Tempers starting to flare a bit from Ryder. Technical foul a few minutes ago. Shooting foul, a little bit rough there on that one as Fight's first free throw attempt is good.
Don't forget the 2 techs earlier in the game.
Exactly. And he goes 2 for 2 from the line, 89-53 with just under a minute to go here from Desert Financial Arena. Here's Alan Powell. Willie Nunez Jr., the grad transfer. Christian Ings moves inside, and he's got it. That's double digits for him, 10 points on the night from the freshman. A little bit of a positive sign from the Bronx tonight. Here's Fogarty.
Not a terrible stat line from him tonight either.
As Olmstead's jumper from the free throw line, no good.
Nice pass.
Nice pass from Andre Allen. Here's Fight from three-point range, and he's got 5 on the night. Kyle Fight from downtown gets it to go, and the Sun Devils have put 92 up on the board here. 20 seconds remain.
Sun Devil bench was so excited for Kyle Fight there, getting some of his first minutes of the year.
Christian Ings' shot is no good. And there's the final buzzer. The Sun Devils move to 2-1 on the year as they defeat the Rider Broncs 92-55. Great night from true freshman Jalen House, and another great night from the ever electric Remy Martin.
Jazz, who is your player of the game?
It has to be the true freshman, the local kid, the son of the great Eddie House. Jalen House, 20 points on the night, 5 rebounds, 2 assists. Not only was he doing that, he brought the energy all throughout the game, offensively, defensively. His hustle really made a big impact on the game. You also have to mention Remy Martin, another player that put up 20 points on the night, 40 points from their backcourt. Obviously, Remy Martin in the starting lineup and Jalen House coming off the bench.
With the play, with a relatively
Obviously, Rob Edwards did not have the greatest game of his collegiate career. However, going into today, he was the leading scorer for the Sun Devils, had a great game against Central Connecticut. But this is a good problem to have if you're Bobby Hurley. Lots of options, especially with all that offensive talent, is what you want. You don't want to be a team with a lack of depth. And their depth really made an impact on this game. As you saw with the Rider Broncs, they really struggled when their best player, Stevie Jordan, was not on the floor.
Definitely so. Found himself in foul trouble pretty early. And it's hard.
And then one thing looming in the future is that possible matchup with national champion Virginia. That will be a real test, and I think that's something that Bobby Hurley would want from his, a type of team that he'd want his team to play against, if that makes sense. You want to test yourself against the best, especially going into conference play in a very much improved Pac-12. Only 2 teams in the NCAA tournament a year ago, whereas this year, you're expecting probably a lot more. There's probably 4, 5, maybe even 6 teams that will be pushing for March Madness this year.